On a quiet rise above the winding waters of Ohio's Brush Creek, there is a shape in the earth that can only truly be seen from the sky. It coils and curves, a winding body more than 1,000 feet long, tapering to a delicate tail and crowned at its head with an open oval. The moment you see it, something deep inside you stirs. A recognition that you're looking at something intentional, something ancient, something that speaks in a language older than written words. It is called the Great Serpent Mound, and for centuries it has lain in the grassy hills like a sleeping guardian, holding on to a secret that no one has yet fully unlocked. Imagine standing there as the sun dips low, shadows stretching over the curves of the mound. The grass sways in the wind, cicadas hum, and you can feel the hum of the earth beneath your feet. From the ground, it seems almost too subtle, just an undulating rise and fall in the landscape. But from above, the serpent comes alive. Its body twists in graceful coils, ending in a tail that triple loops like an ancient signature. Its head opens wide, as if ready to swallow, or perhaps to release, a great egg-shaped mound. And then comes the question that always follows. Who built this? Why? And how long ago? The Great Serpent Mound sits in Adams County, Ohio, a part of the state rich with archaeological treasures. This is land that has been home to many cultures over thousands of years, each leaving its imprint in stone, soil, and story. The serpent itself is an effigy mound, meaning it was sculpted from the earth in the shape of an animal. Native peoples of North America built many effigy mounds, birds, bears, panthers, but this one is unique. Not only is it the largest serpent effigy in the world, but its form is filled with mystery, symbolism, and alignment that continue to spark debate. The mound is enormous, stretching over 1,300 feet from head to tail, with the body averaging about 20 to 25 feet wide and 3 feet high. The serpent's egg, or oval at its head, is about 120 feet long, and its triple-coiled tail winds with an elegance that feels almost mathematical. Yet, this great shape is made of nothing more than earth and stone, layered carefully and covered in grass. There's no hidden chamber, no buried treasure, no skeletons inside. It is pure form, created to be seen and remembered. The earliest written record we have of the Great Serpent Mound comes from the 1840s, when surveyors and antiquarians, fascinated by Native American earthworks, began documenting the site. Maps were drawn, measurements taken, and speculation began almost immediately. Some early European settlers assumed it was the work of a lost race, a popular but misguided notion at the time. Others linked it to known Native American cultures, though which one and when remained uncertain. Over the decades, archaeologists have wrestled with dating the mound. Early excavations found artifacts from the Adena culture, which thrived in the Ohio Valley around 1000 BCE to 200 CE. Later studies uncovered material from the Fort Ancient culture, which flourished much later from about 1000 to 1650 CE. And so the arguments began. Was the Serpent Mound an Adena creation, later refurbished by the Fort Ancient people? Or was it entirely the work of the later culture, built atop an older site? Radiocarbon dating from the 1990s suggested construction around 1070 CE, which intriguingly coincides with a major astronomical event, the appearance of Halley's Comet. And here is where the story deepens. Because the serpent is not just an artistic shape, it appears to be astronomically aligned. Researchers have noted that the serpent's head points toward the summer solstice sunset, while other coils line up with lunar events, the most northerly and southerly moonrises and moonsets over an 18.6-year cycle. These alignments are too precise to be accidental. Whoever built the mound understood the movements of the sky in ways that required careful observation over many years, perhaps generations. Standing there today, with the wind brushing your face and the long green body of the serpent stretching away, you can almost imagine the builders, watching the horizon, marking the passage of seasons, embedding their knowledge in the very shape of the earth. But knowledge for what? Was the serpent a calendar, a ceremonial space, a sacred offering to a cosmic force? One theory holds that the serpent represents a great mythological figure. In many Native American traditions, the serpent is a powerful being, sometimes a creator, sometimes a guardian of the underworld, sometimes a harbinger of change. Among some tribes, the horned serpent is a water spirit, a keeper of wisdom and secrets. The egg-like oval in the serpent's mouth could symbolize the sun, the moon, an egg of life, or even the world itself. To stand in the serpent's head during certain sunsets might have been to stand in the very presence of cosmic rebirth. Another theory looks to the sky not just for symbolism, but for cause. In 1070 CE, around the time the mound may have been built, Halley's Comet made a spectacular appearance. Ancient peoples often interpreted such celestial events as messages from the gods or as omens. Could the serpent have been constructed to mark this extraordinary event, a frozen celebration of a cosmic visitor? Some even speculate that a supernova observed in the same era, which created the Crab Nebula, might have inspired the builders to create a monument linking Earth to heaven. Of course, there are those who suggest even deeper timelines. Some believe the serpent's form may have been started by the Adena culture more than 2,000 years ago and maintained or reshaped by later peoples. Others, venturing further into speculation, suggest it could be even older, a remnant of a prehistoric tradition carried down through oral history long before the first European eyes saw it. The mystery is not just in the who and when, but also in the why. Effigy mounds often served spiritual or ceremonial purposes, but the Great Serpent's monumental scale suggests a significance beyond the local. Its placement, too, is striking. It lies atop a plateau within a meteor crater, the Brush Creek impact structure. Did the builders know of the crater's origin? Did they sense the land was marked by something extraordinary and choose it for that reason? Walking the length of the mound today is a strange and humbling experience. The curves guide you along, each coil revealing the next in a gentle rhythm. Birds wheel overhead. In the distance, the creek glints in the sun. There is no roar of traffic here, no city hum, just the quiet pulse of the land and the whisper of old grass. Every step is a step along a mystery that refuses to resolve. For the descendants of the peoples who once lived here, the mound remains a sacred space. In recent years, native communities have been involved in the site's interpretation and preservation, ensuring it is treated with respect. For them, the serpent is not merely an artifact or puzzle. It is a living part of their heritage, a reminder of deep time and deep connection to the land. For scientists, the serpent is a challenge. Every new method of dating, every aerial survey, every soil analysis adds details but rarely delivers final answers. The mound seems to resist full comprehension, as if part of its purpose is to keep us wondering. And maybe that's the real magic of the Great Serpent Mound. It draws together the threads of science, myth, history, and imagination into one coiled shape in the earth. It invites you to look up at the stars and down at the soil and realize they are connected. It whispers of hands long gone that shape the ground, not just for themselves, but for someone far in the future, perhaps for us, to stand in awe and ask questions. When you leave, you carry the shape in your mind. You might see it in the curve of a river, in the bend of a snake across a trail, in the arc of the Milky Way overhead. The Great Serpent Mound is not just in Ohio. Once you've seen it, it becomes part of how you see the world. Thank you for walking this path with me through coils of earth and centuries of mystery. Now I'd like to hear from you. Was the Great Serpent Mound a sacred calendar, a cosmic marker, a monument to myth, or something we've yet to even imagine? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, please like, comment, and share. It truly helps keep these stories alive.